So here we are, season 18 of NoobGamerz in the Formula 3. Starting in first place is Tony, sharing the front row with Tomba, Harm, Exec, then Bill, the Frame Nobs, the Hairy Bones, and Wando rounding out the top 10. They were within 1 second of each other at the end of qualifying. Let's see, following the top 5, and Tony with a very good start, blocking Tomba straight away. Harm moving to P3, staying in P3, Exec P4, side by side, 3 wide. The top 6 are going all together into turn 1, and 3 wide, 4 wide, going over the sausage curbs, and everybody so far making it safely through. There we go, the whole field making it perfectly safely. Tomba still in the lead, chased by Tony, literally on his tail, into turn 5 and 6. Oh no, Nobsy touching the rear tire of Bobbers, Bobber spinning out, dropping down the field. All the way down to last place after the turn 5 rear tire incident. Everybody thankfully avoided the further collision. Tomba still in the lead, Tony falling back by just less than half a second. Oh, big lockup by someone, and in the barrier it's Exec, unfortunately losing control. Safe rejoin. Everybody able to navigate past that. The leaders now going into turn 1 again on lap 2. Gray and Noni ran. Gray had to yield. Rob getting passed by, oh, tire contact, oh, Exec managed to untangle himself, oh, but Rob losing control onto the grass. Bob passing an odd job in the 301, way past, oh, there we have a collision, Bill, oh no. Who got collected? It's 2 drivers, Bill, Noni. Oh, is Bill out of the race? Bill has suspension damage. Serious suspension damage. Bill is out. One of the top runners in the Tuesday practice races is out. Tony dropping to P4, being passed by D. Seems to be struggling a little bit. Tomba increasing that to 1 second with D, 3 seconds behind the leader. And bigger gaps forming, but here we have Hairy Bones chasing Wando, going on the inside. Does he have enough speed? No, he doesn't. Who's gonna brake later? Who's gonna take the chance? No, he's yielding, going in safely. 2 wide. Langalang with Ray. And Ruffers having contact with Weatherill. Hopefully that wasn't too serious damage. Well, someone's going slowly. It's a Hardcore Hobbit seems to be having some damage. We already have Noni, Rent, Nobsy, and Bill from the previous collisions in the pits. Unfortunately, they are pretty much out of the race. Oh, team understeering, getting passed by Bobber. How are the top runners now? Tony getting back to second. Oh, and Harm losing it. Harm losing it on final corner. Safely reverses off the track. Everybody passes. Oh, this is painful. Harm, oh, okay, found the gap to rejoin safely, thankfully. Gap between D and Tony is 1 second. Everybody else is, the midfield is still also close to each other within a second or 2. Harm going on the outside, passing opportunity on Night Fox. Is it Night Fox? Yes, and he passes him on the outside. Beautiful done. Perfect work on turn 1. Best opportunity to pass someone. And Weatherall going on Night Fox, coming back. Does he take it? Yes, he does. Oh, not fast enough. Bobber passing on T. Evans on the outside as well. In the lead, in the top 5, Sika already 10 seconds behind the leader Tomba, who's 3.5 seconds ahead of Tony. He 2 seconds behind Tony, Prim further 3 seconds behind, and the gaps are increasing. Wando on Baronge. Baronge defending inside lane. Wando trying the outside. Is he gonna stick? Who's gonna make it through? Who's gonna start breaking early? Oh, it's Wando going boldly and makes the move stick. Perfect job. That's how you do it. Night Fox on Ray. No, oh, we have Ruffers and T. Evans. Thankfully, no further damage done. Bit of a tire up, but everybody is safe. Oh, Exec already in the pits, probably damage from the slide in the last corner. He thankfully made it at least into the pits and can possibly continue with the race, although the victory is out. Oh, and there we go, losing it. Ooh, for a few drivers. Baronge and Wando. Oh no! And dropping down the other. Bill, unfortunately, completely out of the race, retired. Wando trying his best to recover the race. He's already 25 seconds down from the leader. Was running in the top 5, I believe. You can still salvage this. We are starting lap 7 with Tomba already chasing down a car lap down. Tony 4 seconds behind. The Prim are way too far apart from each other. And we have Lagalang going into the pits. Seems like an early stop, must be possibly from car damage. Meanwhile, in the midfield, Evans, Weatherill, Night Fox, Ray, all within 1 second of each other. Doesn't seem to be like a possible... Oh, but we have contact! Oh, that was Bobber. Was it Bobber and Baronge? They thankfully managed to save it. Wando already moving few spots from his recovery. Not enough speed to make it into turn 5 and go for the position. And we lost Shika, unfortunate. Must have been a incident. Oh, another crash. We have... Who could that be? Night Fox, Evans. Thankfully a safe rejoin by both of them, but their race is also in tatters. Rob on Tim, coming to the last corner. Rob staying behind Tim, waiting for the draft opportunity. Everybody going single file ahead. Nobody seems to have a big enough speed increase to catch. And do we have a lap car in the mix? Is Rob gonna try to throw it? Yes! Oh no, yields in the last moments, being safe. Side by side. Harm and Rob. Who's gonna start braking sooner? And Harm takes it from Rob. Easy pass to make, or when you're on the inside, the outside driver doesn't have much of a chance unless they brake super late. It's still early in the race, not worth taking the risk. Closest gap in the top 10 is Sika chasing down Frim. Then we have Wando coming closer to Ray, Wando already moving to P9, recovering very nicely. Harm chasing down Ruffers and Tim ahead. They're close to each other as well. Coming to last corner, is Wando gonna try something on Ray? Is he gonna wait for the first corner to take the move? Yes, he is. Tucking down behind into the slipstream. Wando coming to turn 1. Is he gonna make the move? Is he gonna make it stick? No. Ray defends pretty nicely. Stays in the middle. Everybody else behind him also passes pretty smoothly. Difficult to pass track. On the track, unfortunately, is difficult to make passing moves with these cars. Very high downforce and high enough speeds where if you just defend patiently, nobody can pass you. Wando still trying Oh, Ray loses it! No! Ray lost it. Coming to the one of the most difficult corners on the track. Safe rejoin, thankfully no damage. And he's back in the race. Down in P15. Very unfortunate, but still considered lucky because he got no further damage. Tony closing down the gap to 3.5 seconds. Picking up pace, or Tomba is making small mistakes every lap. This can still be an interesting race. Closing final laps. Wondo P9, Weatherill P10, and Tim in the top, closing Wondo in P8, Weatherill P9, and Tim closing top 10. Tim already closing down on Weatherill within less than half a second. Is he gonna take the chance? We're gonna wait for the first corner. Oh, he's coming. No, still that last moment. Better be safe because other drivers are making mistakes here. The most often, it seems, out of all corners. Might take the chance next lap. Oh, Sika closing down on the frame. Is he gonna make the move? Is he gonna take it into... No! Late braking, almost crashed into frame, but thankfully both drivers are safe and can go on for the next lap. Oh, mistake by Weatherill touching the grass out of the last corner, and both Harm and Tim taking advantage of it. Harm going on the far right. Is he going to make a move on Tim as well? Oh, and he does it. Makes it stick. Beautifully done by Harm. Safe. Oh, it's still not over. Tim coming back at him. Is he gonna make the move into turn 5? Tim tucking behind, making use of the slipstream. No, he's taking it easy. We are 1/3 of the way through the race. At this point, bits of strategies might start coming into play. And Wanda moving to P7. Oh, Collar, no! Oh, that's serious suspension damage. Collar is possibly out of this race. Losing it in the most treacherous of corners. Ruffers on the tail of Weatherill. Ruffers doing a very good job. Possibly a top 10 if he keeps up this pace. Very good job by Ruffers. Grim still in the 4th position. Sika not able to close the gap any further. And we have a car that's a lap down ahead of both, so they will have to navigate the back marker. Oh, and Sika, nearly blew the corner. Gonna lose him a lot of time, a lot of speed. He's not gonna be able to close down on him any further. Keep an eye out on frame. How is gonna navigate the car that's a lap down? Is the car gonna yield? Oh, this is working into Sika's plans. Oh, frame nearly lost it. Thankfully the car yielded and Sika is back on frame's tail. And still not bold enough to make the move. Hardcore Hobbit, Ruffers and Weatherill within just 2 seconds, less than 2 seconds of each other. Still big gap between them. Closest battler at the moment is between Sika and Frame, coming to the last corner. Is he gonna make a better move this time? Yes, pretty smooth. Slipstream, and this is gonna be the deciding moment. Sika can get clear. Sika seems to be on a much better pace compared to Frame, so he needs to make the move as soon as possible to stop losing time. And Frame is defending the inside. Oh, and Frame defends like a lion. Nice job. Oh no, Sika loses it! Overcorrection into the grass. Harry Bones closing the gap down. Sika still safe in the top 5 from Harry Bones. He had a safe knife gap, but unfortunately Frame is gone. Hobbit, Ruffers, Weatherill still close to each other within 2 seconds. Possibly a battle gonna unfold within the next few laps. Wondo far away after the recovery is 12 seconds behind Harry Bones. Hardcore Hobbit, Ruffers, Weatherill still in the same position, still stay the same gaps. Consistency is key. They will have a very good finishing position if they can keep up this pace. Can Ruffers close the gap on Weatherill coming to turn 1? So start braking soon. Oh, that's going through the middle, defending possibly from Hobbit. Ruffers is under pressure from Hobbit. He was preparing for him. Stays ahead, but loses precious time. Increases the gap between Ruffers, Weatherill. Gaps are still pretty big between the rest above the top 9. Car lap down, moving to the right side possibly of the ideal line, is it? Yes, yields, and Harry Bones unfortunately needs to navigate the car lap down. Might that be it exec? Lang gonna be soon passed by Harry Bones. Hopefully within this next corner. Harry Bones needs to make the move, he needs to get ahead. There we go. Nice safe move. Good job Lang, yielding safely. Orange, Ray and Color all within 1 second of each other, going into turn 1. Oh, the gap's closing down. Ray moving on Color. Side by side into turn 5. Ray has the upper hand. He can absolutely make the move and get to E13 if he doesn't yield to some. No! No, Baronge! Oh! No, that was breaking way too late. And Color, unfortunately, probably suspension damage. Oh, he has suspension damage. He has rear wing damage. Color is out unless he can make it into the pits, but at this rate, let's hope he can still continue the race on spoke too soon. Tony Salminen closing the gap down to less than 2.5 seconds, or pretty much between 2.5 and 3 seconds, on very good pace, absolutely nailing those corners. Oh, Frim's making his pit stop, and other drivers are as well. You can see Baronge. Wonder coming for his pits as well, probably reacting to Frim. Seems like it's gonna be a battle between the two of them. Team eggs as well into the pits. Most drivers are probably also both refueling and changing tires as well. Frim out of the pits. Let's see, where does this put him? This is gonna be probably... Is it gonna be mixed between cars that are left down? Seems like it. Cars ahead are a lap down because the gap is... Oh, no, never mind. There we go. Corrected itself, and right behind Hardcore Hobbit, and in front of Hobbit is a car that's a lap down. Oh no, Hardcore Hobbit losing it. Almost crashed into Frim, but thankfully saved it. Frim makes it through. Harry Bones also entering the pits. Exec and Rob both within a second of each other. Harm entering the pits now. The ones to watch will probably be Tony and Tomba, see who reacts to who. They'll probably leave it to the as late as possible. Tire wear was pretty decent in the Tuesday practice races. Oh, who was going out? Car lap down that was yielding. Team on the tail of Rob, coming to the... Oh, coming to turn 1. Team's gonna do it. Rob doesn't seem to have the pace, probably running too much downforce. And Tim is through. Oh, not yet. Small wiggle, but Tim into P13. Weatherall closing down on Ray. We are on lap 21. Ray missing the apex of the corner. And Weatherall going into the pits as well. Seems like everybody's gonna be doing that at around the a little bit past the halfway point of the race. Rob still close to Tim, not giving up just yet, it seems. Oh, never mind, he's entering the pits as well. Tony having way too much traffic. He's probably gonna pit to get rid of all that, to get some clean air, and thankfully all the drivers seem to be giving him plenty of space. Going safely through, cars a lap down, doing a good job. Oh no, there's an incident ahead! In onto the grass! Wondo and Harm pedaling for P8 with a car that's a lap down, slowing down Wondo decisively, but thankfully he clears him coming to the last corner and now can go chase P8. Wondo making a strong recovery after that unfortunate incident early on in the race. He keeps this pace up, he's easily in the top 10, possibly a 7. Harm's gonna have to defend a lot to keep Wondo behind. Here we have Harry Bones and Hardcore Hobbit. Now it's Ray exiting the pits. Gonna come back out in P15. He has a big enough gap. Oh no, Rob is already on his tail. So Langelang, Ray and Rob are close enough to each other. Wondo and Harm going side by side with a car that's a lap down. Wondo needs to clear him going into this next corner. Is the car a lap down gonna yield? No. Or it is? No. That's unfortunate for Wondo. He needs to wait at least 1 or 2 more corners for that opportunity. And we have, I believe it's the same driver. No, Wondo going onto the grass and losing more time behind the lap car. Oh, we have Harry Bones and Hardcore Hobbit coming to turn 1. There's an opportunity for Harry. He needs to close down the gap further. It's way too far back to make any moves. That would be suicidal. Stay safe. Waits for the next lap. Closes the gap further before going for it again. Still close to Hardcore Hobbit. There's a big opportunity to pass here on the inside if he can. No, too far. Oh, there he goes, and Hardcore Hobbit yielding way too much. He possibly has some damage that he's nursing, or he just thinks it's not worth the possible risk of losing AP7. Better to stay safe, not to make any unnecessary dangerous defending moves, losing everything. Oh, but no, Hardcore Hobbit's coming back at Harry. And a car coming out of the pits as well, into the mix, possibly into turn 1. Harry Bones stays firmly ahead. Oh, nearly loses it on the sausage curb, but he's okay. Sika and Prim very close to each other throughout the whole race, as we have seen. Navigating a car that's a lap down, slowing down Prim unfortunately in this important corner. They're still gonna stay the same way because the following corners are flat out. Harry Bones now chasing down D for the top 5 position. Sika behind Frim, who made it into P3. Sika and Frim on pretty much the same pace throughout the whole race. They are on each other's tails all throughout, even after the pit stops. Sika seems to be desperate to put pressure onto Frim and possibly push him into a mistake, not literally, just make him do a mistake, but Frim is a skilled driver who knows every trick in the book at this point, not susceptible to pretty much any pressure. Sika is way too far behind Sika way too much of a gap, him and Frim. It doesn't seem to be doing any impression at the moment. Get closer, unless the car that's ahead of them, which is a car left down, could potentially slow Frim down. Tony with currently a 5-second gap from the leader, Tomba, who's long gone, and Tomba seemed to be having this pretty well wrapped up. It's the consistency. And Harry Bones in 1 second of each other. So the top runners are Tomba with him, front runners Tomba, Tony with a 5.5 second behind Frim, more than half a minute, with Sika still trying to keep up, but unfortunately seems to be falling behind now, possibly from tire wear, possibly from losing focus, tiredness. Oh, we have a car that's out on the grass, seems to be a car that's a lap down. Harry Bones and the navigating the car down. Harry Bones still not able to get any closer, unfortunate for him, but he's still in a very good position. E6 is a great effort by Harry. Would be a top 5 if he could just find that bit more speed to close it in the draft. Langelang also losing speed to Ruffers, who's doing a very nice job in the top 15. Good on him. Let's hope that he makes it, and without any possible mistakes. Wondo, very nice recovery in the top 10. A minute behind, nearly going a lap down, but all things considered, that incident when he dropped and lost so many positions, that's a solid effort. Arm in front of Wondo. Would he close the gap down? 1.5 seconds behind. Wondo seems to have very good, solid pace, but Harm is also very good, showed a lot of speed in quali. Sika not able to get any closer behind Frim, but there could be a chance for Sika if the car in front doesn't yield. Oh no, Frim had to slow down further. That's given a chance to Sika, putting Sika right back into the game for the final podium spot. Still not yielding, still not slowing down. Giving more chance for Sika. Harry is too far behind these, so we're gonna follow Sika at the moment. Every other gap is also over 2 seconds big, so not much opportunities for passing moves there. Oh, Sika unfortunately losing speed. How is Frim's exit gonna be? Sika going... They're pretty even, pretty consistent, both of them. Seems like the only chance for Sika is that Frim will spin himself out about 5 laps before the end, so there's still a chance of something like that happening. Nobzy and Ruffers close to each other, but not close enough. Nobzy could still potentially grab that P13 spot from Ruffers. But the Ruffers defense like an absolute mad lad, so Nobzy will need to be careful while trying to close in. And Ruffers nearly losing on the grass. Nobzy taking advantage of it. Going on the left side, Ruffers has no chance, not enough speed to defend. And then goes a car lap down, passing him as well. Sika losing tense, losing precious tense. Frame trying to take advantage of the car ahead who's a lap down, and thankfully he yields, but right in front of Sika. This is played perfectly into Frame's hands with one of the most important corners. Sika losing more time, it's gonna lose even more unless the car in front will yield in a favorable position. Exec staying in P7, Wanda not able to get any closer to him. Wanda probably gonna be finishing in 8th position. Whoa! Tony must have made him a big mistake. Lost so much time to Tomba, but still in P2 because the gap was absolutely huge. Still a car lap down between Sika and Frame. Sika not able to make the move. Gonna still take a while, and here we go, Exec made some mistake, lost time. Wondo very close. An opportunity for Wondo. Does he have the speed? Doesn't have. Wondo safely staying behind Exec. He knows that if he keeps this space, he could potentially make the move. And there he goes. Exec making a mistake. Pushes Wondo. Nearly off the track. Wondo making the move on the outside, but does he have enough speed? No. There's more downforce on Exec's car, it seems, and they're still gonna be going through it. Exec going far wide into the grass. That's so unfortunate for Exec. Under pressure, couldn't hold on to it, loses more positions, team making it into P9, Exec rounding out the top 10 and Wondo in 7th. Absolutely amazing work by Wondo. Well deserved. 7. Unlikely he's gonna get into P6, but now team needs to defend from Exec, who's closing down very fast in front of them. I'm also closing on Wondo, but Exec makes the move. Arm not able to do anything. Team sticking it to the inside and holding on to it, defending perfectly. Nice job by Tim in the top 10. And we have a car that's off the track, seems to be a car lap down. Let's hope for a safe rejoin. Thankfully stays off, lets the other drivers pass without incident. Sika still trying desperately to close down the gap. There's still a chance for Sika. Seems to be another car lap down that's gonna give Sika a chance to get closer to Frame eventually, but there it's maybe like it's probably just 2 laps left. The gaps now between Wondo, Harm, Tim and Exec increasing further and further. Draft ineffective, but now Exec much better braking into turn 1, getting closer to Tim. There we can possibly have a battle for 9th position. Team sliding a bit, and Exec coming in hot, coming closer on the outside. Can totally make the move stick if he breaks up just a bit later. No, he's staying safe right behind Tim, waiting possibly for the start-finish line at turn 1. and still chasing each other. Let's switch over to Ruffers and Nobzy. Ruffers still in the top 15. Very good pace by him. XX still on the tail of Tim. This battle will go down to the very last lap. Be certain of it. Tomba in the lead. Far away. Oh no, XX losing in the last corner. Can he save it? Yes, he can. Car lap down, had to navigate around. Thankfully, no further incident, and Tim is gone. Tomba on his final lap, absolutely dominating the race. Nobody else besides Tony, even within a range to challenge him. Tony unfortunately making a mistake. Falls down way too much. Tomba navigating the last corner absolutely unchallenged throughout the whole race. Tony was closing down the gap at one point but made a horrible mistake, and Tomba takes the win. Decisive one, absolutely nailed it. Well deserved. Tony coming out of the last corner as well. Takes second. Sika and Frame still fighting for it, side by side, coming to the last few corners. Who's gonna make it stick? Is there gonna be a final incident between them? Nobody giving up anything. There's a chance for Sika to still make use of the slipstream if he can get a good exit coming from the last corner. Ducks behind, understeers, goes way too much, loses way too much speed, and Frim stays in third. Congratulations to both of them. P and Harry Bones. Harry Bones way too far. Wondo in P7. Beautiful recovery by him. Harm gonna be P8. Tim, possibly after an incident. What's happening with Tim?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Tim, can you take a screenshot of the... What, I got DNF? What the fuck?
Saving the replay. Give me a second, please.
I got a DNF. I got a DNF.
How does this work?
Tim, can you...
Are we still in the results?
Screenshot the results, please.
I did screenshot. I did a screenshot. What the...
Tom's done a screenshot, and because I'm live streaming, it shows up on the live stream. So.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks
God,
for coming. VR is
what the hell happened with the results?
It's all
We
fucked.
do have a number of DNFs.
Are they in the right order?
The race completed just before I went over the finish line, so that might be mine.
Yeah, so Lecondo and Harm are obviously disqualified, so shouldn't be on there.
Yeah, but I couldn't finish the race. Like the time went down before I finished.
Oh, okay. So you just the race timer caught you out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a DNF rather than DQ, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, it must be a really short time.
It was only 21 seconds. It was only 21 seconds.
There was like 15 seconds left when I crossed the line for the last lap, and I still couldn't make it.
No,
I didn't do any mistakes.
No, because I was behind Tomba, and when he went over, I had 64 seconds to finish my lap.